Hey buds, I am Sam.
And I'm your co-host, Ozzy.
And this is
Try 3,599.
of Cushion Crap. Welcome back to another episode of Cushion Crime. Again, we're experiencing audio issues, but we think we got it figured out now.
Hopefully.
I downloaded, uninstalled, reinstalled, updated.
I've done my surprise case for you guys.
Twice. And we're about over it.
We were having so much technical difficulties it wasn't even funny.
Yeah, so now we're just doing my case to take a break from that case so we can re-record
I'll still
it for
do
you
it.
guys. Yeah, we're gonna try and save the old recording, hopefully.
Even when I recorded with Carl for Team Shrimp, the system just crashed on us midway, so we had to re-record twice.
Yeah, we need some updates on the computer. We need
better equipment.
we have needs. But yeah, so it was my birthday this week. We went out, we got smashed, and we saw a shooting star. It was really cool.
Yeah, we were literally chilling, just talking to our friends, and then we look up and there was a shooting star above us.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah. And then Ozzy took me out to Dave & Buster's yesterday where I whooped his ass in some piano tiles.
I let her win.
No, you didn't. He smoked me.
I'm being a
Mario
gentleman.
Kart, though.
I'm being a
Baby
gentleman.
Peach wouldn't go fast enough.
I always make funny faces at those cameras.
He literally did this hilarious. I wish I took a picture. I should have took a picture.
No, we had a good time.
Yeah, it was fun.
And literally the only weekend we actually coordinate, it starts raining.
Yeah, so it's not like we could go outside. But it's all right. I had fun.
Oh, I did too.
I'm still having fun.
Yeah.
My weekend's not over.
Oh yeah, you still have tomorrow off.
Yes. It's all right. I haven't had a 3-day weekend in fucking months, guys, so I'm loving it.
Lucky.
Yeah. Well, you know the drill. Today, we're going to kick you off with a strain of the day and then launch into our case. So, Ozzy, would you like to take it away with the strain of the day?
Oh, absolutely. I will take it away. Ivory man. Today's strain of the day is brought to you by Wedding Pie. Actually, sounds pretty good.
It's brought to you by Leafly and is.
Well, the strain of the day is
Wedding
Pie. Sorry, I'm too high over here. Wedding Pie is an indica leaning hybrid that is made from the crossings of wedding cake and grape pie. Wedding Pie puts a fragrant, fruity dessert aroma that is sweet, lemony, and gassy. The strain will quickly put your mind at ease and enjoy a calm, relaxing high with quality craftsmanship that will make the strain all hit around. The pie is bred by the respected Canarado Genetics.
Okay. Sounds like they wrote that.
Yeah, 12% of the people said it helps with anxiety, 9% of the people says it helps with insomnia, and 7% of the people says it helps with depression.
Interesting. That sounds nice. It's funny because before he picked Wedding Pie, I was literally thinking wedding cake is a strain, and then he chose Wedding Pie, which is the crossing, which is interesting.
And she's sitting across from me.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at his stuff.
Nope.
It was interesting.
I was looking at my own phone right across from her.
Telepathy. It's like we have ESPN or something. And yes,
ESPN.
Yes, I know it's not ESPN. It's for Mean Girls. Get with it. All right. So today's case that I have is interesting. It has some turns and twists and flips and dips and
what?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I was just going on a ramble.
What is happening?
I'm not sure. So today's case is actually based in Michigan because Michigan, you guys were actually some of our first ever listeners.
Oh, that's right. They were.
Yeah. So we were like, okay, because of that, we're going to go ahead and give you the content first. like we said,
Michigan was like a big population that we had when we first
yeah,
started.
they were like one of our first ever listeners were from Michigan.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah. So you guys will probably know this case. I hope I could do it justice. And speaking of which, our states that we're trying to get a listener in all 50 states. So if you guys know somebody that's in a different state than you that you think that they might like us, let them know. Let them know about us. Just tell them.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Share the wealth.
The wealth.
The wealth.
Share the wealth.
Share the knowledge.
Share the podcast. Share the podcast.
Share the podcast. Share the knowledge.
Yes.
Tell them how awesome we are. I mean, if you want to share the wealth, if you want to share the wealth too, go for it. I mean, if you have that kind of money.
I mean, yeah. We're still at the same number of states, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah, 31.
Damn.
Yeah, it's okay. We're getting there. I mean, I just listened to part of our other episode.
Hey, it could be worse. We might not have any at all.
That's true. And I was just listening to our other episode, and we were only like a fifth of the way there. So now we're more than halfway.
Yeah.
So we're on the way.
We're going there. We're getting there.
We're getting there.
We're
getting there. You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it. Bite his freaking head off. Anybody seen Little Nicky? Okay, so again, this is going to be Michigan, and this case is Jane Bashara.
Who?
Jane Bashara. So Jane
like
and
G.I. Jane?
Oh God! don't mention it. We might get slapped. So Jane and her husband Robert, who goes by Bob Bashara, lived in Greenpoint, Michigan, which is a suburb outside of Detroit, where nothing ever really happens. It's a little suburb, quiet area, nice, big houses.
So it's a big open country farm almost?
No, it's like big money, like those big houses that are next to each other, like, you know what I mean? It's a nice little suburb.
Like rich area.
Yeah.
Like purge area type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So Jane and Bob were married for almost 30 years, and they actually had 2 children together. Jane was a marketing executive, and she brought in big money. And Bob was a property manager. And everyone knew them in the community, and this, like, because they're always involved with their kids' schools, they're volunteering at the church, like, they're very active in the community. So it's not like they just had, like, all this money and they weren't spreading the wealth.
Okay. So they were kind of like humble at first.
Yeah, they were like, they would always be out in the public and, doing things to help. And Jane was known for her, like, bright lightness and ability to help and wanting to help and doing things for other people. So they met each other when they were pretty young, and Bob actually describes Jane as a good-hearted person who loved playing cards. So, a woman that I could get behind. Okay?
Because you love playing cards.
I love playing cards. Yeah. And she just loved, like I said, she just loved to help people. So on January 24th in 2012, Jane was on her way home from work when she sent a text to Bob and said, "Hey, I'll be home in about 20 minutes. So at this time, Bob was working on one of the properties he managed, and he didn't get home until around 8 p.m. And when he got home, there was no Jane. So he was like, that was weird. And this is what he told police, by the way.
Okay.
So he went in the house, and she wasn't inside. And around 8:39, he started to get anxious because she still wasn't home. So he started calling her. So call after call, kept going to voicemail, got no answer. So he ended up calling 911. He called 911. Jeez, 911.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I know. 911 around 10 a.m. That's why, I don't know why I read it that way, though. It's terrible.
Terrible analogy.
Yeah, terrible. So when he called, he said that his wife was not around. Like, this is literally how he sounded. Yeah, my wife's not around. Her purse is not here. Her phone is gone, and her car is gone, and I'm starting to get concerned. So, like, he really just sounded, like, pretty level-headed. Like, he wasn't freaking out.
Yeah, like monotone in a way.
Yeah.
Like, he was just saying it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So police tried to call her. Well, the 911 operator.
You heard him saying that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard the call. Yeah, I watched an episode, or listened to an episode of, I think it's Dateline. I'll link it. I think it was Dateline for this.
Dateline?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll tell you the title after.
Dateline with Chris Hansen.
No, I don't. Maybe it wasn't Dateline. Hold on, I gotta check.
I don't know. Maybe that wasn't the show? I don't know.
I thought that was like the one where they lured people in.
Oh, To Catch a Predator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that it? Oh, it was
Yeah.
Dateline. See, it was Dateline. I'll say the name of the episode after. And when it was released, so y'all can watch it if you want. So the 911 operator calls Jane and is like trying to get a hold of her, and like they couldn't. So Bob starts calling around to her family, her friends, like their kids, like trying to see if anybody's heard from her. And he calls back to 911 and he says, you know, she still hasn't come back and it's not like her at all. And he says he stayed up all night long.
Okay.
So the next day, a tow truck.
Why are you staying up? Why is he staying up?
Because he's anxious that his wife isn't home.
More like he did something.
So the next day, a tow truck driver was driving around and sees a black Mercedes SUV sitting in an alley in the eastern part of Detroit. And let me tell you, it's not a great area. There's a lot of drug use and everything going on over there.
Okay, so the ghetto.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least at this time. I don't know about now, but in 2012, according to everybody that in that episode, it was not a good area.
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak for it. I don't know. I'm sorry. So they see a black Mercedes SUV. So they're like, that's odd. The tow truck driver seeing that. So he's like, maybe it's stolen. Let me go.
Yeah, especially in that
out.
kind of neighborhood, they'll
Right.
like scope you out.
Yeah, so I guess tow truck drivers in the morning, they would like drive around and see if there was cars parked where they shouldn't be to like grab a couple extra bucks for like the lot and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when he found it. So he ended up calling the police because obviously if you found a big black Mercedes in an area it shouldn't have been, you would think it might be stolen. So when he calls, he said, hey, are you looking for a Jane Bashara? When he calls the police and they're like, yeah, we are. He's like, oh, well, I found her car. So the police come and they check out the car, obviously. So when they get there, they notice that the car is kind of dirty, but on the driver's side, it's like, looks like it's somebody had rubbed up against the car, kind of like wiped off like some of the dirt, like how in the winter back home, like if you rubbed up against your car and it's all like dirty and shit, it would all like come off on you.
Yeah.
So that's how it kind of looked. And then when they opened the inside the car, her purse was all dumped out. Like her shit was just everywhere in the car. And in the back seat, Jane's body was actually back there. And she was badly bruised and slumped over.
Was she dead?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Her cause of death was strangulation.
Like he strangled and beat her up?
Hold on. What you think you know, you do not know right now. Hold on.
All right.
You will find out soon.
Just spill the beans.
I'm trying. I gotta set the scene. Okay, I gotta set the scene. So like I said, Jane was found in the back seat. She was badly bruised. Her cause of death was strangulation. She also had a broken fingernail, which is important. Just keep that in your pocket.
Oh, this pocket thing again.
Which pointed to the fact that she may have fought her attacker, but there was no sign of struggle like in the SUV. So police didn't think whatever happened didn't happen in the SUV. But all of her valuable belongings were still in there. So automatically for them, they're like, this wasn't a robbery. Like this was not a robbery gone wrong.
Almost like set up.
Yeah, like this was a setup. Yeah. So, okay. They start investigating.
Mm-hmm.
So police reach out to Bob and let him know what is going on. And Bob claims that it's the worst news that he ever gotten. And he said that he fell to his knees and like cried.
Fake cry.
This is what he said. So obviously when a wife is found dead, they want to talk to the husband first.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And those around her, obviously. So he went down to the station the next day for an interview with the police. This is the day after she died, or she was found dead. So when he spoke with them, he said, well, I've already told you that Bob was at one of the properties that he managed. He was doing some work outside around 8 p.m. and he stopped around the time that he got the text from Jane. And then he stopped for a drink around 7 with his buddy and he left around 8. And when he came home, she wasn't there. So he said that in their relationship, there was nothing. So
where was she?
Right. Well, that's where she was missing. That's when he started calling the police. So there was nothing that, like he said, in their relationship, there was nothing that they really hid or anything that could be bad, like that would have somebody wanted to kill her. But one thing that he felt police needed to know was that she smoked weed, and maybe she went to the bad end of Detroit to go buy some weed and something happened to her.
Oh, damn.
That's his theory. That's Bob's theory.
Oh, that's his theory.
Yeah. Do you believe that?
No. I don't know. I mean, nowadays it's kind of sketchy with the whole fentanyl going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is terrible.
Yeah, but I doubt it didn't even look like there was a sign of struggle in the SUV. And if something happened to her at a drug deal, they would have took her shit.
And something would have happened to her, like either knocked out or something.
Right. So I don't think that one. So when police started looking into it, they thought it could have been something that was, there was actually another killing, like a killer going around in Detroit at that time, which we might do more on it later. So I didn't want to like dive too deep into.
So there was like a bit, like another murder,
like a serial killer
going around the same town
in Detroit around the time that Jane went missing and like was found dead. So they thought it might have been him at first, and his name was James Brown, and he was using a website called Backpage.com, and he lured 4 women to his home and murdered them in his basement, and then they were found dead in trunks.
Oh shit.
So that was like, that's what they thought maybe it could have been, but it was quickly ruled out because they didn't really see that Jane was like going to Backpage.com or meeting any guys there. So they're like, no, that's not it. But it did kind of fit his MO. After they ruled that out, obviously they're looking to look into Bob's story. So they find out from his friends and neighbors, and they find out what things were actually like. So meanwhile, Bob was speaking to news outlets, grieving about his wife and expressing how he wanted her killer caught, and it was such a tragedy. Right. So he was going out and like talking to the media and doing all that shit. So police.
So almost like putting a fake alibi.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
It sounds like it.
So.
Come on.
You're jumping to the wrong conclusions here. And that's what I'm telling you. Just hold on. So police are able to verify that he did meet with an older gentleman at the bar in that property that he had managed. And the owner was able to say, yes, he was here. But when they asked him if Bob was cleaning up the area like he said he was, the manager of the bar said, actually, Bob doesn't do shit around here. He always hires somebody else to do it. So he wasn't cleaning anything up. So police keep talking to people at this bar. And then they also find out that, people would come and go in leather masks to the basement of the bar, carrying whips and stuff, just going into the basement. So police are like, what's in the basement?
What's in the box?
And so it is a sex dungeon is in the basement of that bar.
What?
Yep.
Like with sex swings and shit?
Harnesses, swings, whips,
damn,
chains, hooks.
Hooks? What the hell is... Oh, I can't imagine.
Yeah. Basically, it's a whole ass.
Like, the fuck you need hooks for?
Right. So they actually went down there undercover and they saw all that shit. Isn't that crazy?
Jesus. That's like a secret room.
Yeah. So basically that went public like right away. And once it did, people were like reaching out to police and saying like, yo, I don't know him as like Robert or Bob Bashara. That motherfucker is Master Bob.
Master Bob?
Yeah.
That was his name?
Yeah. And he was a dom. Yeah.
No wonder.
Yeah.
But
so
the hooks?
Yeah. So basically, police are like, they don't necessarily blame Jane's death on BDSM, but it makes the police think like, okay, did your wife know? Or like, were you hiding this from your wife? Like, is that why you killed her? Because she found out? Like, that's a theory at that point. Because they don't really have that much.
Because he's being exposed.
Yeah. So they're like, okay, so.
Which I don't know why that would be a bad thing.
No, it didn't lead to like, I don't think that led to her death. But the police were like, oh, this could be an angle, just thinking that way.
Okay.
So they were already suspicious of Bob because he's kind of like, all right, he's a little weird. But they were able to verify his alibi, but like he was like not really freaking out or anything or breaking down over his wife's death. Mm-hmm. So it's not like they were just a little suspicious. Suspicious. They're suspicious.
Just suspicious.
They were suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. So they keep looking into Bob. Obviously. The husband, they're going to look into the husband like...
Yeah, that's without question.
100% of the time.
Yeah. Just like if the guy died, they would have questioned the wife.
Exactly. So basically, they also found out that he was hiding another thing from his wife. And that was his girlfriend,
butt stuff.
Rachel.
What?
He had a whole girlfriend, Rachel, and he was obsessed with her. And she was obsessed
And
with
he
him.
was already married, right?
Yes, for almost 30 years.
And he had a whole girlfriend
A
on the
whole
side?
ass girlfriend. So you'll learn more about this girlfriend.
Jesus, this guy is like
Mhm.
side chicken over here.
Mm-hmm. So Bob would use a website, which I don't know which one that he would use, but basically he would meet up with his girlfriend and other women and have them come into the sex dungeon where he would whip them and make them wear collars. And yeah, that's also how he met Rachel, was through that website.
Almost like submitting him through his sexual needs.
Yeah, like a
Dom.
meetup. Yeah, website for like doms and subs. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
And I'm not gonna claim to know anything about it.
Nope. I definitely don't.
No, no, not my.
That's
not
like
my
almost.
cup of tea.
That's like a freaking dark web type of item.
Yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. If y'all are into that,
Yeah, if you guys are into it, go
you.
for it. But I just never did that.
I'm good. But when police end up speaking with Rachel, they find out quite a bit. So they've been together for quite a while, and he was almost like living like a whole secret life without Jane ever knowing about it. So he even went to Rachel's kid's wedding.
How does she not know?
He told her that he was a widower.
No, like the wife didn't find out.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure she knew.
Like if you saw something weird about me, you would automatically pick it up.
Yeah. Well, I also read people really well. I don't know.
And it's not like I do anything.
We don't know their life like that, so.
It's not like I do anything anyways. I literally go home and go to work.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm sure she might have had an inkling. So I guess he even went to Rachel's kid's wedding, and there was like pictures taken there, which is like, that's really serious.
Yeah, that's pretty serious.
To go to your girlfriend's kid's wedding.
Yeah.
Like, that's serious because the kids are meeting you, the family's meeting you. So like I said, Rachel thought that Bob was a widower. But when she found out that Jane was alive and they were still together, Bob then says, oh no, we were divorced. Like we got divorced in 2011. So he lied to her again about that, because then she found out that they were still married. And she basically said, listen, if you don't get divorced, I'm fucking done. You have a deadline. Like, that's it. You have 2 weeks or some shit like that. I don't know exact time.
The side chick.
Yeah. She was like, you're either going to be with me or we're done. Like, that's it. Because you've lied to me. You told me you were a widower. And then you told me that you guys were divorced. So I want some proof that you guys are done or I am done. So,
I mean, good for her, but you should have done that from the beginning.
Exactly. But she didn't know. He was lying to her.
Yeah, but still, like, you should have done that from the beginning. As the moment that you see or suspect something like that, like, you know your partner's doing something.
Mm-hmm. So this is where the police are like, yeah, this motherfucker is a person of interest. So now he has a motive.
Especially being married for 30 years, you really don't think you're going to catch on to your partner.
Yeah. But then they're like, okay, so he has a motive to get rid of Jane to be with Rachel. Now that there's a deadline here, you know?
More like an incentive.
Yeah. Like to do it.
Yeah.
So when police basically like kind of narrow down on Bob, they bring him in again. And he was like, no, it wasn't me. But you know who you should look at? You should look at Joe Gentz.
Who's Joe Gentz?
Now, who is Joe Gentz? It's literally my next line. But in between that, I said, when I initially was researching, I put Joe Gatz. And I was like, wait a second, that's Saints Row.
Joe Gatz.
Yeah, I was
Sounds
like, wait
like
a second.
Saints Row character.
It's Saints Row, yeah. So I was like, oh, wait a second. It's Gentz. It's like, let me fix it. So now, who is Joe Gentz? So Joe had worked for a hardware store that Bob would frequently go to because, he managed a whole bunch of properties. So he would go there all the time. And Joe, he met him through Scott, which is the owner of the hardware store. So Joe is a really nice guy. He was a great worker. And Scott spoke really highly of him. And Joe really ended up needing a place to live. So Scott vouched for him, his manager, and it was like, well, I know Bob. Let me see if he has any properties or like if he can help you find an apartment because he knows has a lot of properties. And then he actually ended up finding a place. Bob ended up finding a place for Joe to stay, and then would do like odd jobs for Bob at the properties. But one thing really important to mention here is that Joe was really like simple-minded. Like he
doesn't need much.
No, he has the mind of like a young child.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So Joe has a really, really low IQ, and he like thinks with like the brain of a small, like a younger child.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so he's like very impressionable. So it's one thing to just mention here and like hold on to. Okay.
Another thing for my pockets.
Yes. So, like I said, Bob said, okay, this Joe Gens did it. So police are like, who the fuck is Joe Gens? And like trying to figure out who he is. And before they even go out to look for him, he comes walking into the police station. And he has a confession.
Which is, he did it.
A good place for an ad. If we
He
have
did it.
them. He tells police, Bob came to me. He said that he had a job, that he wanted his wife dead. He then says he started asking me, and then he started to get violent when I said no. I didn't want to do it, but Bob kept pushing and then threatened Joe's life if he didn't do it.
So he forced him to do it.
Yeah, he held a gun to his head. He was saying that there was a deadline that he had to meet, and that Joe then admitted to killing Jane Bashara. He admitted that Bob offered him $8,000 if he followed through. So he says that he held him at gunpoint, which is like so fucked up because this guy is so innocent-minded. Like,
yeah, like you're just taking advantage of him.
Yeah, he's like a gentle giant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck Bob, but
that's terrible.
Yeah. So the day of the murder, Joe got to Jane and Bob's house around 7 p.m. And Bob called, like, that was the day that Bob called police and reported her missing. So on January 24th, Joe was waiting with Bob in the garage. I knew he did it. Joe was waiting with Bob in the garage until Jane got home. And when she did, Jane and Bob started arguing. At that time, Bob tells Joe to take care of her.
Like sends him a text or something?
Like he's standing right there. So he's
like,
yeah. And then points the gun at him to do it. Like saying, if you don't kill her, I'm going to kill you. So Joe hits Jane in the back of the neck, knocks her down. He hits her, and then he puts his boot on the back of her neck. And when she's on the ground, he thinks her neck broke. And then she suffocated to death.
Ouch. That's like a slow, painful death. That's terrible.
Yep. And then after this, and she was blindsided. It's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after this,
because she's over here arguing with the husband, and then out of nowhere,
yeah, just gets hit in the back of the neck, and then that's got to be brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after that, Joe and Bob put her body in the back of the car, the Mercedes, drove it to Detroit, and left the Mercedes there for the tow truck drivers to find the next morning.
Jesus.
So with this confession, you would think that he would get arrested immediately, right?
He didn't?
Nope. He was released 72 hours after that.
What?
Because they didn't have enough to charge him yet. They needed like hard evidence. Like, okay, the confession, but like they have to still investigate. They haven't finished. They haven't got their lab work stuff back. They don't have anything back yet. And they need to test his DNA and stuff.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah. But
like
they had.
I would keep him in jail until everything.
Well, they would have to verify his story before they could do that, because anybody could come in and just say, "Oh yeah, I killed this person."
Yeah, well, I don't know how that works, so.
Yeah, like you have to have evidence. Like in order to issue an arrest warrant, you have to have enough.
I've never done anything with like police, honestly.
You never watched like a crime show?
Nah. Well, I have, but like. And more like the only time I interacted with them was like when someone broke into my Maxima. I remember that. They never showed up, by the way. Never
of course not. They never will.
So I just like, fuck it, I'm just going to work. And then when I was a witness at the accident.
And they were like trying to say that you did it.
Yeah.
Well, basically what you have to do is issue an arrest warrant. In order to get an arrest warrant, you have to have at least some sort of proof that they committed the crime.
Well, I mean, it does take a little bit of processing time, right? To like issue warrants and shit.
Unless they arrest you like right on the spot, then they don't need a warrant.
Usually that's.
But they have to like see you doing it, I think.
I don't know. Not unless I think if you're under like a suspicion, maybe.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, they can.
Or if they're caught doing it.
Like they can still arrest you for like suspicion.
I don't know. We're not lawyers, clearly.
Yeah, we're not. We do want to like go to school actually
For
to
PIs.
PI
Yeah, that'd be
and
cool.
criminal justice.
Yeah, it'd be cool. We're out here.
So who knows? Maybe that will happen.
Cushion crime PI.
LLC.
LLC. All right, so let's circle back. Obviously, the police have to prove that Joe's story is real so that they can issue the arrest warrant. So they start pulling the phone records for both Bob and Joe. So they pulled them from September. From September to January. They found that the two had over 400 calls between them. Something that I don't even think that we have in that short period of like,
400 calls
between the two. Yeah,
we barely talk to each other like at all.
I know. But the day before Jane's murder, there were 22 phone calls from Bob to Joe. And the day of the murder, the first call that Bob makes is Joe. So it's a little weird, a little fishy.
First thing in the morning too.
Literally. So remember when I mentioned the deadline that Rachel gave him and the deadline that Bob mentioned to Joe?
Yeah.
Well, police put two and two together and they said, okay, yeah, that's definitely the motive for killing Jane was to be with Rachel, the deadline.
Oh, the side chick.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would be the most logical explanation of why you're doing it all of a sudden.
Right. Rachel was the one that gave him an ultimatum, but like I don't think she wanted
pretty,
her
like,
to divorce his wife, not
but
kill her.
that's pretty stupid of her. Like, why would you want a married guy?
Yeah. He did that to her. What makes him say he won't do it to you?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Some people, man.
Like I get it. Love is love, but you gotta really think outside the box.
Gotta check all those red flags, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it's all right. So, again, police still have to find out whether or not, like, they have to find more evidence for Joe. So they review his confession. Okay. So he said that Bob threw Jane's purse onto the floor in the front, which is exactly where they found her purse. And it was all dumped out. And then he said
empty?
That. Huh?
It was empty?
Yeah, it was like all dumped out in the car, which is exactly where they found it. He said that everything happened on the driver's side of the car, and that's exactly where all the dirt was rubbed off. He also said that after the murder, he dumped his boots that he was wearing at the time in a donation bin, and the police were able to go find them in the bin. And when they tested them,
and they still found them.
Yeah.
Jeez.
When they tested them, they had Jane Bashara's DNA on the bottom of the boot.
Oh, when he stepped on her neck.
Mm-hmm. So. Shit. Yeah, remember how I also told you that she had a broken fingernail?
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely struggled and fought back her killer. Joe Gens had a lot of scratches and stuff on him. And his DNA was found. Neck. Yeah, and his DNA was found under her nails as well.
Ah, shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's done.
Yep. So after all this, they ended up having enough to arrest Joe.
Finally.
Yeah, but not enough yet for Bob because...
But, I mean, Bob...
the DNA evidence isn't there.
Yeah, so. But he's technically a accomplice.
Yeah, but they can't really base off that because according to Bob, he was at that bar.
He was at gunpoint too.
Yeah, but Bob's story is I was at that bar. I was not at home. Bob keeps like he's still out and he's just trying to destroy Joe's character. And he was saying that like basically he was just putting Joe on blast. He's saying he's in and out of court all the time for like family things because I guess he has a kid, and like I guess the baby moms was like dragging him in and out of court. I guess I don't know exactly for that.
There's always baby mom drama.
Sometimes, and
including baby daddies, I guess.
Yeah, I guess Bob was also saying that he was always calling him. He was always asking him for money, and then he said he killed my wife, and now he's just trying to throw me under the bus for it. And he also said, "Why would I hire someone with a 68 IQ to kill my wife in my garage by gunpoint? No way. I don't own a gun. I hate violence. I'm a pacifist." He's like, but I had an affair. It had nothing to do with Jane at all. Like, what?
Well, what
He's
about
a pacifist?
But what about the girl? Like, isn't she accomplice too? Because she gave him the deadline.
Rachel didn't want him to kill his wife.
Yeah, but
she just wanted him to dump his wife.
Yeah, but she kind of pushed him.
No, it's not her fault.
But she knew that he was married.
Yeah, and he lied to her 3 times, saying that he was a widower, that they were actually divorced, and then when she found out that it wasn't true, she was like, "Leave her or I'm leaving." She didn't say, "Kill your wife."
She should have just left.
Yeah, So about a month after Jane's murder, Joe's in jail, obviously. And Bob is now requesting a meeting with the owner of the appliance store they had met Joe through to begin with. And I think I told you his name is Scott. So now Scott gets a call from Bob, and Bob says, hey, can you come over and help me with this refrigerator that I have here? It's busted. And Scott says, sure, yeah, sure, I'll be over. When Scott gets to Bob's house, he's like talking to him, but then he quickly realizes that it's not about a refrigerator, but it's all about wanting to now shut Joe up and find somebody to kill him in prison.
What the fuck?
So Bob is asking Scott to find someone to kill Joe in prison to shut him up. So the same thing that he did for Joe to his wife, he wants Scott to do to Joe.
So he doesn't basically plead anything.
Bob hasn't been arrested yet.
No, the other guy.
Joe? No, he got arrested. He pled, I think he pled guilty because he got a plea deal.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he wants someone to find someone in prison to kill him in prison?
Bob wants Scott, Joe's manager, to find someone in prison to kill Joe. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, literally, you're saying that you didn't do that to your wife, and now this is what you're trying to do to Joe?
Yeah, you're doing the same plan.
You're looking pretty bad, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It barely worked for you the first time. And if he didn't do this, he wouldn't have gotten caught because there wasn't enough evidence to point to say that he actually did it. He shot his own self in the fucking foot.
Right.
So Scott was still being questioned by the police because of Joe, and Scott like tells him like, hey, this is what just happened. Like, Bob Bashara came up to me and offered me $20,000 to go get Joe killed in prison. Like, just so you know. So after this, police are like, bet, let's put a wire on you and let's send you into your own shop, and then let's see if this motherfucker just, doesn't shut up. Let's see. So at first, when the two are talking, Bob is still adamant in saying, I didn't kill my wife. But then
of course he's gonna still deny
yeah,
it.
still when he's just talking to Scott, and then he like quickly like switches over to offering Scott again to find a hitman for Joe. And he's like, listen, if you can find a hitman in jail to kill Joe, I'll give you $20,000. And just so fucking stupid. Like, why would you do this again?
You're just going backpedaling at that point.
Yeah. So, like I said, this would be enough to prove that he did that to Jane, in my opinion.
He's
but
doing the same plan.
Literally. But I don't know if at this point they would have had enough evidence to say beyond a reasonable doubt that he wanted him to kill Joe. But then he ends up coming back to the store and they have him wired again, Scott again. And when he comes back 3 days later, he comes with money and asks for a receipt for giving him money for a deposit to kill Joe. So at that moment, police came in and arrested him and charged him with solicitation to murder Joe Kent's.
Good. As he should have.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're doing the same plan, but yet why not do something different?
Or like, why not do nothing at all?
Right.
Because it didn't really work for you the first time. The
Right.
police are still suspicious on you.
Right.
So they arrest him for the solicitation to murder for Joe. He pled guilty.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
How many, is he still in prison?
He was only sentenced to 7 years because it was only solicitation to murder. He didn't actually do anything. So he's only sentenced to 7 years. But at the same time, that's why I said Joe actually took a plea deal. He pled guilty to second-degree murder, which is the difference between first and second is if you plan it. So you can only get first-degree murder if you plan out the murder. Second-degree murder.
The first-degree murder is like the serious one?
Yeah. That's the more serious one.
And then second is like,
Second is like if you kill someone but you weren't premeditating it.
Okay.
And then manslaughter is if you killed someone by accident.
By accident.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. That sounds so terrible, the manslaughter accident.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't it freaking be named something different?
Yeah, it is like really brutal, huh?
Yeah,
I never
like
really thought of that.
Yeah, manslaughter, like it's just an accident.
Yeah. Manslaughter.
Like slaughter to me, it's like a freaking bloodbath. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
You're welcome. That's my high moments of the day.
Joe pled guilty to second-degree murder, and they gave him a lesser sentence, and he also agreed to testify against Bob. So because of Joe's testimony...
Interesting, now.
Yeah. So because of Joe's testimony, Bob was accused of first-degree murder, and remember, he planned it, of Jane, and also conspiracy to commit murder as well for Jane. So at this point, everybody turned on Bob, including his own children. Like, they testified against him, which, like, yeah, I don't blame them.
Wow. It's like a whole U-turn.
Mm-hmm. So during Bob's trial, of course, they called multiple people up to the stand, and one of the first people to testify against Bob was actually Rachel. And she talks about their relationship and how they met and how they were thinking about incorporating another woman into their relationship, and also how they were planning to purchase a home together in Grosse Pointe. How do you think that in your nice little suburb area, you having two houses with two different women is going to go over?
Yeah, that never works out.
Yeah. They were like,
plus
down
that's
to the
like
point,
mad money.
They were closing 3 days after Jane's murder.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even like long or anything. It's like right around the corner.
Yeah, they were planning that, because you know how long it takes you to close on a house.
Yeah.
It takes forever.
Yeah, that took forever for us.
Yeah. So. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I hate about buying a house.
How long it takes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The waiting process.
Yeah, it's like, do I get it? All right. So what also comes out in the trial is that the cell phone records of the day Jane was murdered. So yeah, they pulled them earlier, but they were able to pull like the location on these ones. And Bob,
so they went deep.
Yeah. So Bob was determined to be at the bar like he said he was, but he was home way sooner than he said he was, and that tore apart his whole alibi of him saying that he was at the bar, didn't get home until after 8. So
they were already breaking down his alibis.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All in all, the prosecution, which was the state, put almost 70 people on the stand, including Jane's mother and his own children.
Oof.
Yep. So even Bob's own mother took the stand and said, oh no, Bob has a gun. It was in his safety deposit box, and I was holding on to it for the last however long, 11 months. And it turns out like she actually didn't end up reporting it, but she was holding on to it for him. So Bob's defense was really like relying on the fact that Joe Gens was testifying against him, which he actually didn't end up testifying against him.
Wow.
Yeah, he ended up just refusing to testify.
Yeah, not saying shit.
Yeah, but Joe's Bob's defense would have been like saying how he was an unreliable witness and everything, but they were still able to prove with everything else, all the other evidence that they had, that Bob did do the ordered the hit.
Dirty things.
He did the thing. He ordered the hit on his wife. So
I don't know why people do that.
No, I don't either. When it was all said and done, the jury deliberated for 3 days.
Well, certain people, I should say. Certain people.
Yeah. It was determined that he was guilty on all counts.
Well, he's done for life.
Yep. A year later, though, we have a little twisty twist.
What now?
A year later,
he escaped.
The judge received a letter.
He escaped.
From Joe Gens saying that he was the one that had done everything, and he was alone in doing everything, and Bob did nothing. So Bob was at home and he did it all on his own. Joe Gens sent this to the judge on the case.
Okay.
So the judge is like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah,
and brings everybody back
in prison.
Yeah, she's like, am I going to have to retry this fucking case? So she brought both of them back in. And when Joe testified again, he actually went back to his original story. And he said that he only said that he did it because he thought that he might be able to get a lesser sentence if he changed his story up or whatever. But he's simple-minded.
Worst try.
Yeah. So anyway, Bob's sentence was upheld. And then a couple years later, on August 17th of 2020, Bob Bashara was rushed to the hospital from prison and died.
He got shanked.
No, I think he had a medical condition. He was only 60. And he still said that he was innocent and had nothing to do with Jane's death up until the day that he died.
Oh, shit. Well, that sucks for him.
No, it doesn't. He ordered the hit on his wife and also tried to order a hit on some other dude.
Well, I meant it in a bad way. He's in jail for now. Life, basically.
Well, he's dead.
Life.
Yeah. And that's it.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I just wish I could do my case now.
Yeah. There's a bunch of twists and...
That was a lot of, like, information to keep up with.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that is it.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Cushion Crime.
Yes. And if you did, you can find us on all the social medias at...
Cushion Crime.
You can find us on Patreon at...
Cushion Crime.
And if you want to send us an email, you can send us an email at...
cushioncrime@gmail.com.
And...
Hopefully next episode, my episode will come out because this will be attempt number 3.
Attempt number 3, but I fixed the mics, so we're good.
We'll see.
Hopefully. All right, well, we hope you stay lifted, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, amigos.
Goodbye.